The Liberal Party is being criticised for sending out a campaign email which could confuse recipients into unwittingly submitting personal information to the party. And to get more details than this, we're joined by ABC News Verify's Jonathan Hare. Jonathan, hello to you. Now, talk us through what has happened here. What does this email contain? So this email was sent to a Victorian voter named Peter Magor. When he received it, he thought it was a little bit unusual. It's a regular campaign email. It has Peter Dutton's image and name up the top, goes through some of the Liberal Party's policies. But Peter told us that, well, I don't know how they got my details. I don't know how the Liberal Party got my email address. So he scrolled down to the bottom and decided to unsubscribe. Now, when you see a link which says unsubscribe, that usually means that when you click on it, you'll be able to opt out of that political communications. But what Peter found when he clicked on it is that it actually redirected to a website which is run by the Liberal Party, which is essentially set up to harvest personal information under the guise of a postal vote application. So what happens is when you start filling out this particular website, it prompts you to put in personal information such as your mobile number, and then once you've submitted that to the Liberal Party, it then redirects you to the AEC, the Electoral Commission's official postal vote application. Now, Peter said it didn't really jump out as being a Liberal Party website. He told me that there was nowhere on the page to unsubscribe. He finally told me, I'm annoyed, it's unsolicited, and I don't want it. Now, we put questions about this website and the unsubscribe link to the Liberal Party, and they didn't respond. It is also worth noting that the Labor Party has its own version of this postal vote website which harvests information. This practice is something the AEC has warned about just last month because it's worried about timeliness and it's worried about voters' privacy.
So we're none the wiser about how Peter came to receive the original email?
Well, this is the thing. There's a couple of ways political parties can receive this kind of personal information, such as an email address or a phone number. So first of all, to be able to send out these kind of bulk emails or to store personal data from voters, political parties have exemptions in the Spam Act and the Privacy Act. I got an expert to take me through some of the ways that the political parties may have been able to gain this information. We were told there's a few avenues.
One is through direct activities, so whether that's petitions or campaign events or volunteer events, there is a right for political parties to get access to the electoral roll information, basically as a dump, and that includes sort of name, address, age, and occupation in certain circumstances where that's been provided. The other one is through data broking. So political parties can purchase data, personal information from data brokers, just like corporate entities can.
So the Australian Communications and Media Authority, they police the Spam Act, and we asked them specifically about the unsubscribe link in this Liberal Party email. They told us that Spam Act rules only apply to commercial messages, not emails or texts seeking to influence your vote or opinion. Finally, they added, they do not need your consent to send it. They do not need to include an unsubscribe.
What do we do? What do we do? What is the advice for people about, obviously, you've got to hold on to your data, otherwise I guess it just opens up so many avenues, doesn't it?
That's right. I guess question everything is probably a good place to start. So when you see, if you're being prompted by a political party to follow a link, for example, look very carefully at what that link tells you to do and how it might be authorised. One of the things is authorisation. So at the bottom of most political messaging, there should be, according to law, there should be an authorisation. So on the bottom of this particular website, you can see that it was authorised by the Liberal Party. There's also some clues in the website that suggest it's from the Liberal Party. So question everything, keep a real close guard on that personal information, because once, as we heard, once you're on one of these sites, once you're in the personal database of the political parties, it's very, very difficult to come out.